both these teams, obviously, both of which coming off losses into this game.
NC State won the toss, elected to defer, so right from the get-go, we'll get a look at the Huskies offense, and that one sails through the back of the end zone. It's a veteran offensive line. In fact, this group has not given up a single sack in their last 6 games. Good protection here. Brown, he'll catch it out of the backfield. He had an 83-yard touchdown reception in the win over Notre Dame. That's their best receiver, the tight end Barnes, in motion and underneath, and that is good enough for a first down. The catch made by Trayvon Rudolph. Northern Illinois, one of the few teams you'll see that will run it basically as much as they throw it. Hampton is wrapped up and dropped. Pretty unhappy about the way the defense played and competed a week ago. Blitz coming, and it's nearly intercepted. My goodness, D.K. Kaufman had it and then dropped it and hung in there pretty well. 3rd down and 10. Steps into the throw. A catch is made. I don't know. It depends on the spot here. They needed to get to the 46, and he looks like he might be a half a yard short. They have to come from behind to beat Louisiana Tech. And it's a fake. And it appears as though they may have picked up the first down. So how about that? Those boos turn to cheers. It is a first down for the NC State Wolfpack.
Giving him answers, allowing him to use his athleticism is key, as we're seeing the slow starts for NC State so far this season.
Well, you're not lying, although that'll be enough for a first down as the reception is made inside the 40-yard line.
And no means does he give any anxious energy that he's not ready for this moment.
Like the handoff, and Bailey throws. Catch again is made inside the 20, inside the 10, and stretching for the end zone, and they're saying he's out of bounds at the 2-yard line. Possession of the game for NC State, trying to cash in with a touchdown. The quarterback will get to the end zone, and C.J. Bailey gets a Wolfpack on the board. Good snap, good hold, and a good kick. So a little different story this week than last week. The Wolfpack on the board. You're watching CW Football Saturday. For combination could there be? Parents Weekend and National Beer Drinking Day here at NC State. First big hold of the game, and that is Brown. He's out across the 35 and a first down, a carry of 12.
He'd rather be the guy rather than just another weapon at a bigger school.
They take it to him this time, and they throw wide open down the middle of the field. Thrown behind him a little bit, but a nice catch made. Tackles for a loss all on run plays so far by this Wolfpack defense. Into the hands of Brown, and he breaks it to the outside. He's inside the 30, the 20, the 15, and chucked down at the 12-yard line for Antario Brown. Years behind, of course, only Alabama and Georgia.
And a little wildcat here.
Yep, Brown standing back at the 8, looking for running room, fumbles the ball, and it's recovered in the end zone. It looks like Northern Illinois, which will be a touchdown.
Weapons going. Finding ways to get Brown going is key.
Point after is good by Whittle.
Behind the sticks.
Yeah, there have been a lot of changes on this offensive line because of an ejection a week ago to their longtime starting tackle, Anthony Belton. That's incomplete, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Bunch of big numbers.
Blitz coming. Hit as he throws. The ball is loose. That is a live ball, and it is a touchdown, and it stands for Corey Coley. But we have to see. And it is ruled a touchdown.
Back blitz. D.K. Kaufman, he showed up early with an interception almost right there with the sack, scoop, and score.
That is the first sack allowed by this Northern Illinois offensive line this season. A humiliating day for that defensive group. This man, Tony Gibson, can get after it.
I'm sure that meeting wasn't fun to be a defensive player.
Quarterback in trouble, and he is dropped. It's not a sack. He picked up yardage, but he's short of a first down up to the 28. It's 10 on third down in that game. So they dominated Notre Dame. And a wide open receiver, Concepcion, out at midfield, and Bailey missed him.
You're getting turnovers and, advantageous gimmicky plays. They just out-physical Notre Dame, which is very rare for any team to say.
That is an excellent defensive play made out there in space by Jayshon Prophet, senior out of Pompano Beach, Florida.
5 stands for 5 defensive backs on the field. Gives you a lot of athleticism to play with.
Well, they're going to run it on third down and 10. This is Gavin Williams, so just getting a little breathing room before they send the punt team out onto the field. Best starting field position of the game for the Wolfpack. And looking for the long ball down the sideline, and a flag comes in. Noah Rogers, the intended receiver. Amarian Knighton.
Pass interference. Defense, number 5. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
Or not a couple of 15-yard penalties that have gone against the Huskies so far today, where you could certainly raise your eyebrows about the call. Big running road this time for Jordan Waters.
Your side could go a long way in deciding this game.
Handed off to Waters, and he did not get there. So it's going to bring up a 4th down and a yard. Do you take the points here, or do you go for it? He's hit from 52, so plenty of leg. And that one is good. So you take the points, stick them in your pocket. Second down and 10 from the 25-yard line. Step throw, that activates the receiver's room. Spun down is Cam Thompson.
Quarterback starts dicing him. There's something he said about getting in rhythm and hurry up.
They spread it out, and then they hand it off. That's a good way to do it. Second down, solid carry up to the 49-yard line.
It'll brighten their wheelhouse.
And they give it to the fullback. Ramrods his way. Does the big fella Lampy for a first down. Running backs coach for the Baltimore Ravens in the National Football League. More on that in a minute. Hit as he throws down the middle of the field. What a catch made inside of the 5-yard line by Andrew McElroy. What a play that was. First and goal for NIU. 5-yard line.
With no Antonio Brown on the field.
They're going to throw it. And that is a touchdown. Catch is made in the end zone by Cam Thompson. And Northern Illinois breaks out the passing game for this drive, and a point after away from making it a 3-point game.
And getting in for 6.
Woodall with a point after, and it is good. See what happens here. First down, Bailey that's a design run all the way. And a good pickup. Enough for a first down out across the 35-yard line.
Here with North Carolina State and their young quarterback.
Good protection for Bailey. Nice throw and a nice catch. Made out of the backfield by Raphael. And that'll
in his ears back.
0 for 4 on third down. We said that would be a stat to keep an eye on. It is every week, but especially in this game, and that's a drop on third down. So now you got to punt it.
3rd and long. Coach Dave Doran said it. Got to get yourself to more 3rd and manageable.
Third down and across the middle of the field, way too high for the intended target, Concepcion.
From Brown, for the most part, you know what you're going to get from Hampton. If the receivers can come up with a few big plays, that could go a long way.
Flushed out of the pocket, the ball is loose again. Is it another defensive touchdown? No signal given. Apparently it's a turnover. And recovered by NC State. That's Brandon Cleveland picking the ball up. After Van was the one who stripped it loose. Field standing right next to Bailey. And now Concepcion in motion. On a 3rd and goal, they get it to Concepcion, and he will get into the end zone. It is a touchdown for NC State. Lost a yard yard running, lost another yard running, but they connect to Concepcion, who was put in motion.
Just kick with it. It's a long way to run, using the skill set and the speed of your skill receiver.
You know, the McMillan kid out in Arizona is the only wide receiver in all of the FBS that has more sacked in the last 6 games, including the first 3 of this season. And Brown, good running room here. I think he was surprised how big that hole was. 36-yard line. Brown stays in the game, and once more he'll take the handoff, and once more he has running room. Boy, they're blowing open some holes now all of a sudden, and that's another first down, a gain of 11. It's be a 3rd down and 7. They need to get to the 43-yard line. Here comes the blitz. Hit as he throws, and it's incomplete. Blanket coverage by Cooley. Raphael stays in the backfield. That's Rogers in motion. And that was ugly right from the start. And a flag comes in. Is that going to be a late hit? Bailed out 3 times in this game.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer. Defense. Number 97. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
You're going to get Roy Williams, and honestly, it's flirting there a little bit with what you're always concerned about with targeting the crown of the helmet.
From the 28-yard line. And Bailey. Oh, it nearly was intercepted by Furman. All right, so 3rd down. NC State defense has been good here in the second half. And they run it on 3rd down, and that is a first down. Gavin Williams. Picked up, scooped up for a touchdown. Here's the 3rd down. And hit as he threw was Horton, and there is a penalty flag down. We're bailed out by the penalty.
Pass interference. Defense. Number 7. Ball be placed at the spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
Yeah, they're going to get Bishop Fitzgerald, safety spot lined up over the tight end. Grayson Barnes, who really plays that receiver tight end hybrid for this NIU offense, actually leads the team in receptions.
So a first down. Take the handoff and looking for the big one again. And this ball is, oh my, nearly a great catch by Thompson. He had the defender beat. A 3rd down and 10. And here they come. Ball is caught, and it's going to be short of a first down, I think, by about a foot. He notched it.
Got to be able to pick up the first.
Well, you got the big fullback in there, Lampy again, and once more he has a first down. Demopoulos, by the way, was the one who hung on to that football, nearly coming away.
Back dive, that is.
Well, it's the 10th play of the drive. They haven't gone all that far. Here's a big run. And over 100 yards today, up over 115. It's another big 3rd down. They've been able to convert once on a penalty, twice on passes, and nearly a one-handed spectacular catch by McElroy. But there is a penalty flag on the near sideline right in front of the NC State bench.
Illegal motion. Offense. Number 81. That penalty is declined. 4th down.
Get 3 on the board.
This will be a 50-yard try. The season long for Woodill is 42. Well, these college kickers, they are just killing the ball these days. We saw the game last night in the ACC, Virginia Tech and Miami. Gain of 6, 2nd down. And they fake the pitch, and then they just dump it off to Waters, who is left all alone after faking it to him. He has the first down up to the 45-yard line. So
being 3rd, 9, and 10, you got a 3rd and 4 here.
Blitz coming, and they will get to Bailey for a big sack all the way back at the 37-yard line. Erweiler along with Valcarcel. Make the handoff to Brown, and then a really nice pass. It'll be enough for a first down. NIU trailing NC State by 7. Blitz coming. And sacked all the way back at the 20-yard line is Ethan Hampton. Under 7 before they snap it. Out of the shotgun, 2nd down. Bailey, good protection, lays it off to Waters. And he has a first down.
for it rather than force it in there. Just a byproduct of a young quarterback.
So third down, and Bailey is just going to eat it. And he'll lose even more yards. I mean, you think about these last 3 attempted snaps of the football.
Been extremely explosive today, and the turnovers have decided it.
First down, play action, and looking for the home run ball, and it is intercepted all the way back at the 30-yard line by Devon Marshall. So they try to hit the home run, and it's picked off on the very first play. Clock stops, 4:12 to go.
Quarterback, like he's shown you early on in the drive, to check it down if needed.
Yeah, he's going to run it, and he will be denied first down yardage. Tell you, Northern Illinois extremely lucky.
This is what I was talking about with why you took a timeout last drive.
Ball deflected and into the hands of Williams, and that is a first down. Can you believe that?
The key play here to get his defense off the field.
First down throw and catch up to the 39-yard line. Clock continues to go. Clearly 4-down territory. You're trailing by 7. Third down and 12. And Horton looking around. He fakes a throw, keeps it himself, and brings it all the way up to the 47-yard line. I think he's about a yard short of a first down. McElroy in motion. Here comes the blitz. What a catch by McElroy. Man, he has hauled in some big plays today.
Big today with contested catches.
First down, 3-man rush. Horton going to fake the throw. And he lunges forward. Needed to get to the 40 for a first down. Didn't quite get there. Already this year against Notre Dame. And he's standing over there on the sideline. They run the ball. And here's Williams banging his way inside the 35. The 10-yard line. And they throw it towards the goal line, and it is intercepted, and that's the way this one will come to an end. Cooley with the interception. And what a